York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Wellspan Sports Medicine, PeoplesBank, Shipley Energy, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Maple Donuts, Harvey's Rent-All, Flying Feet, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Broadway Transmission, Dasher Investment Services, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, Royal Manchester Golf Links, Dutch Apple Dinner Theater, York County Bar Association, Lidl, CBD Supply MD York, Crunch Fitness, Columbia Gas, York County Solid Waste Authority, PSECU, and by the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Deep left center, it is gone! Swing and a miss, he struck him out! Base hit! Revs win!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Darrell Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 67 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, we wrap up a rain-shortened two-game stay here at home at sweltering PeoplesBank Park as the Revs play host to the Lancaster Barnstormers. Hi again, everybody. Darrell Henry alongside Ray Jensen. Welcome to Revs Baseball on a scorcher here tonight. And the board here at the stadium reads 100 degrees. Now, the actual temperature itself isn't quite triple digits. The sun hits that thing, and it's probably closer to your heat index. But checking not too long ago, the heat index 106. It is quite probably the hottest game that we'll play this season, although tomorrow is supposed to be pretty smoking hot as well. But Ray, we had a break in the action last night. A storm delayed things on Tuesday night, got the best of us last night, had just the third rain out all season and the first since June 10th, and also the second at home and the first since what would have been opening night here at home. So it hasn't happened often, but Revs get back at it tonight, and they could sorely use a win, that's for sure.
Yeah, rain has delayed what's trying to be for the Revs just getting back on track. They've dropped a decent amount of games, about a handful now, and the Barnstormers certainly had to make things easier. They're trying now to match a season-high 4-game winning streak, and it's been a tough battle between these two in the War of the Roses. Just plenty of runs on both sides. Leads have been lost late by both sides as well, so who knows what will be in store for tonight.
Yeah, the games have been wild, crazy. Tuesday night, one of the tamer games between these two teams. Well pitched, but Lancaster scored 5 unanswered late. Revs didn't score much. They had a 2-0 lead into the final 2 innings, but lost the game 5-2. So tonight, trying to snap a season-high tying 5-game losing streak. 1-5 is the second half record, which is exactly the start they got off to in the first half as well. And Lancaster, having won 3 straight, they are 4-2 and in first place by half a game in the Atlantic League North. They also lead the War of the Roses this year 10-7 after the win here on Tuesday night. And tonight it'll be Duke Von Schaman trying to get the Revs back on track. He is 3-5. And lefty Augie Silk goes for Lancaster. He's 2-3. Revs have faced him 4 times. The Barnstormers have faced Von Schaman 4 times, so a couple of pitchers that both teams are very familiar with. Take a look at what's on tap tonight, brought to you by Brewery Products and Yingling, which is always on tap here at PeoplesBank Park. And it's been a little bit since we've had an alumni update for Revs alumni that have moved on to either the Mexican League or Major League organizations here this season. Earlier this week, Carlos Castro headed to the Mexican League, joining Tijuana for their playoff push. So it's kind of timely for us to do this, and we do expect Carlos back after the Mexican League postseason. But Ray Jensen will have the latest alumni update coming up in our next segment. We'll hear from Mace coming up here shortly as well. And our first pitch tonight set for 6:30. Here on a blazing hot night in downtown York. It's also 70s night, so zoot suits. I don't know if they were cooling. Probably not for temperatures like this, but if you wish, you can come to the ballpark dressed as such here tonight. And we'll have it for you right here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Vicki from Brewery Products. Stay tuned to catch the latest episode of Beer Talk airing throughout the day here on WOYK. Each day will feature one of our great brewers and share fascinating stories behind their products. Hear how they got started, how they brew, and their own favorite selections. You might even find a new favorite for yourself. Beer Talk is presented by Brewery Products every day right here on WOYK.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Pre-game from PeoplesBank Park tonight. We are pre-gaming here as the Revs host the Barnstormers. And Ray, it's time for our latest alumni update as we look at Revs who have gone on elsewhere.
Thank you, Daryl. Let's first start with some Revs from earlier in the seasons past, 2019 and before. Zach Groats, currently on the 7-day injured list from the Red Sox system. AAA Worcester is Groats, 1-0 record of a 9.58 ERA and some innings, mostly relief innings for the Red Sox and AAA Worcester. Ross Detweiler, of course, with the Miami Marlins, and 40 innings pitched for the Marlins here this season, 2-1 of a 5.63 ERA. He has been a well-relied-on bullpen arm for Miami this season. Currently in the Mexican League in Oaxaca, Alonzo Harris, 332 average of 6 home runs, 31 RBI in the Mexican League. So Zoe doing what he does best, and that's making opposing pitchers pay down in Mexico. Let's look at Revs from this current season who were signed out of York to major league organizations. First of Casey Lawrence, 2-2 record in AAA Buffalo, 23 innings pitched. Also some time in AA this year in New Hampshire, where he already has the career wins record in AA New Hampshire. He's already added to that of a 1-1 record of a 3 ERA in AA New Hampshire this season. Orlando Calixte, Syracuse Met, AAA in the Mets system, 224 batting average, 2 home runs, 22 RBI for Calixte. Justin Twine, who was signed by the organization that drafted him, the Miami Marlins, with AAA Jacksonville, 246 batting average of a trio of home runs and 18 runs batted in. Also spent some time at AA this season for Miami, but he's back up at AAA Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Edwin Figuera, signed by the Cubbies, spent some time in AA Tennessee after initially starting with AAA Iowa after being signed out of York. He is back with the Iowa Cubs. He's the RBI at AAA and down in AA, 294 average of AA Tennessee in the Chicago Cubs system. Enrique Santana, reliever who was signed out of York by the Yankees in Low A Tampa, 1-0 record of a 3.60 ERA and 15 innings pitched down in Tampa for Enrique Santana. And Alex Sanabia, 0-1 record of a 4.34 ERA and 18 1/3 innings pitched. 4 total starts for Sanabia at AAA Syracuse, teammate still of Orlando Calixte in the Mets system.
All right, Ray, thank you very much. Good alumni update here tonight, and we will continue to do that throughout the course of the coming weeks. And right now, we'll take a break here on tonight's pregame show. Duke Von Schaman in the bullpen mound. He gets set to make this start against Augie Silk tonight. And also, it is Penn State night here at the stadium. And Joey Julius among those who will throw out a first pitch here coming up momentarily as pregame festivities take place. But if you weren't with us last night, same conversation we had with Mace, really not much else to ask after the rain out last night. So we'll talk about Tuesday's game and what went wrong late in that one, and also his expectations for Duke looking to bounce back after a couple of rough starts. Just a few starts ago, he had that shutout into the 9th inning and has been hit around a little bit since. So we'll hear from Mace about that and more with the Broadway Transmission Managers Report coming up next.
The 1741 Club is here. You in? PeoplesBank Park introduces a revolution in hospitality in York. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. Now open on the skybox level of PeoplesBank Park, the 1741 Club features stylish design and contemporary decor, all-inclusive food and beverages, and totally flexible ticket purchase options. The hottest spot in York is the place to entertain and thank customers, reward employees, celebrate family occasions, or simply treat yourself to an all-inclusive experience at the ballpark. Nightly menus include enhanced classics and a rotation of special offerings, and house selections of draft beer and wine and a full range of non-alcoholic beverages are included in the ticket price. 1741 Club tickets are available for individual purchase through 3 levels of membership or as season tickets, and they can be used for any of the York Revolution's home games based on availability. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. You in? Details and pricing at 1741club.com.
At York Saw and Knife, we are a quality custom manufacturer of metal business-to-business cutting products. We serve lots of industries. Some include food processing, textiles, packaging, and lumber mills. As a stable, growing, family-owned business, our employees are family. We're looking for positive, quality-minded team members interested in the metal trades. We have both first and second shift openings for entry-level employees. To find out more about the positions available at York Saw and Knife, visit yorksaw.com.
It seems every time you pick up the paper, turn on the news, or surf the web, you hear more bad news about the economy. No doubt, business just isn't what it used to be. But the fact is, consumers are still buying. Our homes continue to need repair. Our cars need to be maintained. And we still need to buy the other products and services that keep our lives and our businesses going in the right direction. That's why you need to buy now. Right now is the perfect time to market your company. Businesses have cut their marketing, and that allows you the opportunity to gain a larger share of market, more awareness, and ultimately more sales. So don't get caught in the trap of business is bad all over. Change the destiny of your business and buy now.
To find out about affordable and effective advertising, call me, Chris Garaffa, at 717-419-9153 or contact us through our website at 989woyk.com. Save now, buy now, and get your unfair share of the business while your competitors are retreating.
Remember rushing to the newspaper in the morning to read all about that Revs game from the night before? Was it? Yeah, that was a long time ago. We barely remember that too. Sports Radio 1350 is your home for local sports, and we're taking care of that news void in your life. Get your York Revolution game articles delivered right to your inbox every morning, courtesy of WOYK. Simply log on to YorkRevolution.com and click to sign up to receive daily game recaps right to your inbox. Keep up to date every day as the York Revolution go for another Atlantic League title. We're your source for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
WellSpan Health is building upon its already best-in-market heart care. Introducing the new WellSpan Heart and Vascular Center at 30 Monument Road in York, your closest destination for advanced heart and vascular care. WellSpan board-certified heart and vascular physicians, high-tech heart diagnostics, and market-leading procedural capabilities are conveniently available under one roof, close to home. WellSpan Heart and Vascular Care focuses on prevention and management of chronic heart disease. Our heart and vascular care programs include a unique heart-healthy cooking demo kitchen, cardiac rehab center, paved walking paths, and the Jamar Farms produce stand. At WellSpan, we continue to invest in our community to ensure that our friends and neighbors stay a healthy step ahead. Our leading cardiovascular specialists are ready to care for you. Visit wellspan.org/WHVC to learn more and to schedule a WellSpan Heart and Vascular appointment. That's wellspan.org/WHVC.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, tough one last night. Things were going really well until the 8th inning, and the play where they took the lead. Give me your perspective on it looked like Jack had to wait back for the hop, and then just had to rush it a little bit, and Nelly usually makes those picks, but did you see anything from the dugout that maybe we didn't see from up there?
I mean, to be honest, I just thought it was a routine ground ball, and I know Clark runs pretty well, but I don't think Jack was really rushed. I just think Jack, he just made a bad throw, to be honest, and then Nelly tried to pick it, but with 2 out and bases loaded, I mean, as soon as the ball's in play, everybody's running. So the guy from third scores easy, and the guy from second just keeps running. And because it was a bad throw and we didn't pick it clean, the guy from second scores easily on that too. So, that turned into a 2-run play, and that put us behind. And then they hit the 2-run homer in the 9th inning, and then that put us way behind. So, and with Schumann coming in the game, I mean, it's tough to score 1 run, let alone 3, although we did have the tying run at the plate when the game was over, and all that happened with 2 outs. So, we had a chance, but, just unfortunately we couldn't finish the game, putting up some zeros there to guarantee either a 2-0 or a 2-1. I thought Sanchez did a great job coming in relief of Paredes. He got Trayvon to strike out, and then we got the ground ball. So, from the dugout, we're thinking, all right, 2-1, and okay, let's go to the 9th inning, but it just didn't work out that way.
And one thing this year, it's been tough to find consistency within games, going from guy to guy, or certain pitchers going from one appearance to the next. And Fry's been kind of lights out here recently, but then your other 2 lefty relievers in a little bit of a rut here of late.
Yeah, and, with the amount of left-handers that they had coming up, the thought process was, Eddie would get, the 9-hole hitter who's a switch hitter, and then it was going to be 4 lefties in a row, because Alleman right now, he cannot hit from the right side because I think he has an oblique issue, so that's why he's hitting from the left side against left-handed pitchers. So then it was going to be Gindel, Alleman, Galen, and then Diaza. So I figure left on left, that's the way we want to go, and then Fuller for the 9th. So, so that was the plan. It just didn't work out the way we wanted.
The biggest positive from the game, Eduardo Rivera gets back on track. Phenomenal start from him last night.
Oh, for sure. 93 pitches, I think, 6 innings, a lot of strikes last night. And the only advice I gave before the game, I just told him, don't abandon your fastball. Make sure you use your fastball all night and get, that'll keep the hitters off balance instead of just going like he did in West Virginia. It was just breaking ball. So, or I'm sorry, in Lancaster last week. So, he was able to use his fastball the way he wanted to, and that makes his curveball much better. So, he put up 6 scoreless against their lineup, being a right-handed pitcher. That's, that says a lot.
And get another reliever in today, Alec Hernandez. You just watched him throw a bullpen. What'd you think?
Well, he's definitely, submariner, which we don't have one of those. And he can also throw from a couple different arm slots. So, we'll see in game situations. Bullpens are one thing. And one thing I find out with guys that throw from down there, like Ronnie Morales did and some other guys we had in the past, you almost need a hitter in the box to give you point of reference. So, for other guys that throw more over the top or 3/4, you don't need the hitter as much. But for the guys that throw from the ground, you need a hitter in there to give you a point of reference.
Now, it was a quiet night for the offense. Is it a problem that you can't really get on the field for a lot of extended work this week with the heat and everything, or is that not so much a factor at this point?
I'm not going to blame it on that. I remember we had some really high-scoring games where we hit in the cage. Matter of fact, I think Lancaster last week we had all high-scoring games, and I know there was at least one day we didn't get on the field. So, it's just timing in general. And Smith we had seen before, but not for any duration of time. Silk, who's going to pitch tonight, I think at their place he went less than 2 innings because he got a little bit wild. So we'll see what happens tonight. But I don't think the BP part is what the issue is right now.
What's your big focus for Duke tonight with is really 2 big innings in his last start? What happened there, and what's your focus coming into this one for him?
He just has to be better early. He's had the last couple outings where he gave up runs in the first inning, and then he would put up a couple zeros, 3 zeros, and then maybe in the 5th inning he'd give up, some runs too. And the problem is not giving up runs. Like, okay, if you give up 1 run in the first inning, you can live with that. But you start getting the crooked numbers up here, the 3s and the 5s. That's, that makes it tough. So we got to minimize damage. When they have a chance to put up a lot of runs, we got to figure out a way to keep that at a minimum. And in the meantime, we got to put up some zeros in between to give the offense a chance to do some damage of our own. So it's much easier to hit when you're in a 1 or 2 run game than when you're in an 8 or 9 run deficit. It's just, I just think it's hard to focus like that. It's not very easy to hit the baseball anyway. So when you get down a certain amount of runs, I think it just makes it harder to be effective.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck here tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Rebs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Duke Von Schaman on the game mound going through his final preparations for tonight. And the Barnstormers lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be Caleb Gindel in right field leading things off. Blake Allemond at second base hits second. Batting third and DHing is Blake Galen. Cleanup man at first base is Kelly Dugan. Trayvon Robinson in left field hits fifth. Ladarius Clark, the center fielder, batting sixth. Anthony Peroni will do the catching and hit seventh. Nick Schumpert, third base, batting eighth. Claire Luis Rondon is the shortstop, hitting ninth. Again, Gindel, Alleman, Galen, Dugan, Robinson, Clark, Peroni, Schumpert, and Rondon for the Barnstormers facing Duke, who is 3-5 with an ERA of 6.20 in 13 starts this year. Last 3 have been a little bit rough in terms of number of hits, especially given up. Here's our Dasher Investment Services first pitch. It's grounded right side. Kenley stabs it, spins and throws, and gets Gindel to start the night. Terrific defensive play to start things as Gindel goes after the first one. And he didn't hit it hard, but right in the hole, and Kenley, ranging way to his left, cut it off, spun, and made the throw. Well, that's how our game begins. First pitch time at 6:32 tonight. And on a night like this, any quick outs that you can get, certainly welcome. Here is Blake Allemond, who looks at one outside.
And the sun is unrelenting today.
Can't imagine the Barnstormers want it to last too long either tonight. They go to Long Island early tomorrow. Pitch to Allemond, that is just on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Got to remember to wait. Trackman is buffering the pitch, and it's low.
Never can be too short.
Allemond hitting .303. He's only been batting left-handed due to either back or oblique strain. I've heard both. He looks at one outside, 3-1. It bothers him when he's hitting right-handed, but he's doing all right for himself. 13 home runs, 7 against York, as Duke misses down and away, and it's a one-out walk. Played on tonight is Steve Zawiski, Jim Clayton at first, Buzz Albert, the crew chief, at third, and our game time temp tonight. The board here says 98 degrees. The Weather.com app says 92. It's sunny. Heat index is 101. Weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. I guess if you were strapped to that board, which would be a terrible place to be, it would be 98. Here's Galen, who looks at one high and outside. Galen DHing, he's hitting 270 with 11 home runs. He's 6th in the league in RBIs despite the time missed for the Olympics. As he swings and pops this one up, middle of the infield. And it's Gregorio at short. Nope, it's Kenley at second. Jack backs up, and he's got it. Slightly behind the second base bag for out number 2. Revs are in the home whites tonight with the nameplates. Lancaster in alternate red with on the front, it says Lank. Lank. Here is Kelly Dugan. He's hitting .333. Duke looking for a scoreless first. First pitch, it is over for a strike.
The C is a rather strange letter that said as the cutoff point. LAN would have made much more sense to me.
I agree, but dare to be different, I guess, as Duke throws over to first. Alleman with 5 steals for the year. Dugan against Von Schaman, 3 for 8 with a double. He's been a tough out. It's the 0-1, and he swings, lifts it, shallow center, and Sanford will trot in. He is there. Makes the play, coming in toward right center. Scoreless first, and a fairly quick one. Duke with just 10 pitches in the first inning, and that's what you're going to need to stay in the game on a hot night like this. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. And at the end of a half inning, it's the Barnstormers nothing, the Revs coming up.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission again, and this time I have things on my mind, like warranty and service after the repair. You already know Broadway Transmission has been part of the community for 67 years at the same location. But did you know that in that time, your county has seen many transmission shops close its doors like
Amco,
Atomic,
Clutch and Go,
Dr. Transmission,
Cotman,
York County Transmission,
Winters,
Goodlings,
Lee Miles,
A1.
Yeah! What grinds my gears about these closings are the customers are left with no warranty. Stop! Don't make that same mistake. Broadway Transmission has over 40,000 transmission jobs under our belt, and we are still here today standing behind our famous 3-year warranty. We kid around a lot on our ads, but nothing is funny about having no warranty when you need it. Avoid that risk with the only smart choice in all of your county and stop by Broadway Transmission today. Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed index annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. Revs come to bat against lefty Augie Silk here in the first inning tonight. The York lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It'll be James Harris in right field leading things off. Jack Kenley at second base hits second. Batting third in left field is Melky Mesa. Nelly Rodriguez, first baseman, is hitting cleanup. Wellington Dotel will DH and bat fifth. Osmi Gregorio, shortstop, hitting sixth. Andrew Dundon at third base, bats seventh. Tyler Hill will do the catching and hit eighth. And Darian Sanford is in center field, batting ninth. Again, Harris, Kenley, Mesa, Rodriguez, Dotel, Gregorio, Dundon, Hill, and Sanford facing lefty Augie Silk, who's 2-3 with a .995 ERA in 12 outings, 11 starts, 50 2/3 innings, 61 walks, and 62 hits. 48 Ks, opponents hitting .301. Against York, no record, a .688 ERA in 4 starts, 20 walks in 17 innings. Pretty good against the Revs last week, last time he faced them. Here's Harris to lead off. First pitch fastball is over for a strike. Jimmy hitting .301 against Silk, 2 for 5 with a double. There's the 0-1 and a fastball that's called strike, inside corner. Harris here at PeoplesBank Park has hit .344 against Lancaster, .381. 0-2, and that misses down low. And since going to the leadoff spot, hitting .333 there with a walk per game. Go along with more than a hit per game. 1-2, and a fastball. It is a called third strike. We are buffering tonight, no doubt about it. A little delay, but Harris rung up, looked a little bit above the belt, but Trackman had it. 1 down. And here is Jack Kenley. Kenley hitting .340 with 6 home runs. Pitch from Silk is slapped the other way, past the diving Rondon at short. Base hit left center. And Kenley is on with the 1-out single. He goes after the first pitch. Coming in, hitting just .179 against lefties, but got one middle away and went right with it. Revs are second in the league in hitting at .284 as a team. Kenley certainly a big part of that. Here's Melky Mesa with 1 on, 1 out. No score here in the first inning tonight. Mesa hitting .351. That's 10th in the league. First pitch, he swings and he lines it toward the gap in right center. It's a base hit. Clark cuts it off on a hop. He'll throw it toward third. Kenley beats the throw there, sliding. And Mesa with a single, first and third with 1 out. He goes after one early and lines it the other way. Clark preventing a run, able to get to it on a hop, but Kenley does go all the way to third on it, and Nelly Rodriguez an early opportunity.
Well, the first swing approach has paid dividends so far. Whether attributed or not, it's paying dividends for now.
The Revs just faced Silk last week in the series in Lancaster. Here is Nelly, who's hitting .373, 8 home runs, 33 driven in. Actually, it was not last week that Silk was pretty tough on York. It was the start before that. They chased him early last week as he fires inside and missed. Nelly has a double and a walk off the lefty. That was last Thursday. Only 2 times that he had faced him. On the stretch, look at first, 1-0. It is down low. Nelly with 8 home runs, 4 of those against Lancaster. It's hitting .373 overall, .429 here at PeoplesBank Park. Trying to draw first blood tonight. Here's the stretch, the 2-0. And a swing and a line drive, base hit to left. 1-0 York. On 3 consecutive singles, Kenley in to score, and Nelly drives in his 34th. Mesa up to second on it, 3 hits in a row, and the Revs have struck first here tonight.
Well, that one wasn't lifted as much as we often see from Nelly Rodriguez's bat. It was hit hard. And as mentioned, Daryl, these 3 base hits have been key to build this 1-0 lead, and you got to love the Revs' aggressive approach so far at the plate.
And now Wellington Dotel, who DHs tonight. First and second. Silk got a strikeout looking to begin the night, and since then, 3 hits in a row. Dotel 2 for 3 off Silk. Overall hitting .359, 5 home runs. The lefty's first pitch is a fastball over for a strike. That was up, and if he leaves it there, he is going to have a rough night. But Dotel wanted to see one. He hasn't had a chance to see much since coming back from the shoulder work, just the one game played Tuesday night. Next one swung on and missed, a slider. He is hitting .400 against lefties, .441 against Lancaster pitching this season. Silk started that game that Lancaster won 17-12 last Thursday. He went 2+ innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. He walked 6. Pitch to Dotel, it's a tad low, 1-2. He was scoreless the first 2 innings, and then first 4 in the 3rd inning reached. 3 of those scored. He's had a pretty brutal last 3 starts. 1-2, and a swing and a miss. He gets Dotel to chase in the dirt. And that is the second strikeout for the lefty tonight. Revs a 1-0 lead, and Osmi Gregorio coming up will try to get some more out of it. Gregorio at .311, 2 home runs, 9 driven in 18 games played. He is 0 for 1 against Silk in the prior meetings. A strikeout, then 3 singles in a row, then a strikeout. That's what we've done so far. First pitch, breaking ball, it's outside. Silk in the last start, 2 innings, 3 runs. The 2 before that, a combined 3 2/3 innings, 20 runs. I'll look back, here's the 1-0, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. So if you go back to July 18th, he went 6 scoreless, give up just 3 hits in a win against Southern Maryland. And his ERA at that point, 6.60. Since then, it's climbed to 9.95. The last 3 starts, he's 0-2. With an ERA of 36.53. 23 runs in 5 2/3. Look back at second, the pitch. It is swung on and missed. Osmi chased up around eye high, helped him out. And in those 5 2/3, he's walked 16. The last 3 starts. Last 2 starts, 11 walks, just 1 strikeout. It's the 1-2 and a fastball. It's a called 3rd strike, and Gregorio knew it. And Silk strikes out the side in the first inning. 3 strikeouts, but 3 hits given up. 3 singles in a row, producing the game's first run. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 left. We go to the second tonight. It's York 1, Lancaster 0.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Head of the second inning tonight, Revs with a 1-0 lead as they bunched 3 singles together in the first. Nelly Rodriguez driving in the game's first run. Duke Von Schaman, a 10-pitch first inning. He will go after Trayvon Robinson leading off the second. Overhead wind, he's back to that, and he fires just outside with Robinson shortening, showing bunt. Dundon up on the grass at third. Robinson hitting .258, 8 home runs, 3 of those against York, including a 2-home run game last week. Pitch, and he does try to bunt his way on, runs into it in the left-hand batter's box, kicks it all the way toward first, and chases it down toward the bag, and then throws it at Polo's feet over by the Revs dugout. You pick it up. 1-1. Robinson does have good speed, so he can be a threat to do that. And he's been a tough out for Duke. 4 for 9 with a home run. Duke has struck him out 3 times. Pitch is swung on and missed. Good two-seam movement there. Von Schaman last start started to go back to the windup, but a really, really abbreviated one, just a little rock of the foot. Now it's the full windup tonight, and it's in the dirt. Appeal to third, did not go. Hill blocking the ball over to his right, recovered and ready to throw in case, but Robinson ruled to have not offered at it. 2-2. Duke on Friday at West Virginia, an 8-2 loss. 3 big innings, 6 innings, 12 hits total, 8 runs. The hits and runs, the highest of his Revs career. He fires and is swinging a foul out of play, third base side. And, you know, that's actually, I think that says a lot about him, that those totals are the highest he's ever given up with York in almost 2 full seasons. Says a lot about how consistent he's been. He fires and is swinging a foul back over the roof again. Had a 3-run first and a 5-run fifth. 3 scoreless innings in between. But trying to turn things around. Last 3 starts, 0-1 with a .935. He fires and is swinging a foul, third base side, and Robinson's made him throw almost as many pitches this at bat as he did the entire first inning. 7 this at bat. Duke against Lancaster, 2-0 with a .516 in 4 starts. Fires and a ground ball hit to second. Oh, took a hop on Kenley, who couldn't find it. And Robinson is safe at first to lead off the inning. It's an error on Jack, who was right there. And I don't know if it skipped up slightly, but hit him in the hand, ricocheted straight up in the air. And he was on its way right down to where he could have grabbed it, but perhaps not in time to make a throw at that point anyway. No, leadoff base runner. 8-pitch at bat to start the inning, and they don't get him out. And here's Ladarius Clark, who fouls the first one back. Clark starting tonight in center. Deaza is on their bench tonight. Clark hitting .254, 9 home runs. 4 of those have been hit against York. And a move to first. Robinson back on a dive. He is 10 for 10 in steals. Clark 2 for 5 off Duke this season. Another move, and this one gets away. Throw was yanked in the dirt, and it bounces off the wall by the Revs bullpen and back over to Kenley, but it's a throwing error on Duke, and on 2 miscues, Trayvon Robinson ends up at second base with no outs. Tuesday night, Revs went over the 100 air mark for the season. There was cake in the office today, but I don't think it was for that. Pitch to Clark is bunted foul back behind home.
No, I don't think it was. Thought about having some, but it's too hot for cake today.
Yeah. Plus, the 1 for 100 errors probably really sucks.
It's probably a different type of cake.
0-2 on Clark. Duke the pitch. Look out, that's in tight. Good purpose pitch, though. 1-0 the lead here in the second inning, but Lancaster a runner at second, no outs. Von Schaman ready. And checks second, fires, and a swing, and a foul tip squeezed. Some hard biting sink on that pitch. Might have actually been the changeup, looking at the speed, and a foul tip. Hill hangs on to it for a strikeout for Duke tonight. 1 away here in the second inning. I'll bring up Anthony Peroni. He has been a problem for the Revs. Overall hitting .268 with a home run against York. .409 with several late game clutch hits, a walk-off, a game-tying hit with 2 outs in the 9th last week. Von Schaman delivers, and a swing and a ground ball deep short. Osme backhands, he slips, regathers, throw is still in time with the catcher running. Osme Gregorio had his feet skid on him, but he stays upright and gets rid of it quickly for the out at first. 2 big outs, and Robinson still stands at second.
When you slip, that can be an oh-you-know-what moment for a fielder, but Gregorio recovered very quickly, and still a good throw over to Nelly, even though just a tad high. That's the type of plays Gregorio has made over at short, Daryl. A lot of tough ones, but he makes them look easier than they are.
I'm thinking of the plays that we've seen him make, and I can't think of a type of play that would be a weakness of his. He makes all of them most of the time. Here's Nick Schumpert, our K-man tonight. Pitch from Duke, it's down and away. Hill drops down on top of it. Schumpert hitting .231, no home runs, 15 driven in. Against Duke, 1 for 5. Duke has struck him out once. 1-0 lead, and trying to work around the leadoff error that had Robinson at second with no outs. Now time asked for by Schumpert. Duke last faced Lancaster about a month ago, July 15th. No decision at their place. 1-0. Breaking ball, that's a called strike. Give up 4 in the first that night and then nothing else and went 6. He beat them here at home on the 4th of July. Beat them on the road his second start of the year. No decision at home in mid-June. Alrighty, and the 1-1, and it is a fastball strike. At the knees, 1-2. Got a chance at some refreshing Maz sticks here on this hot night. Duke is set, he fires, and it's in the dirt. Hill down to block that. 2-2. Duke at 17 pitches this inning. Now fires, and a swing and a foul tip, just off to the left of home plate. But we'll do it again. Duke set. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a looper foul out of play. First base side. Shumpert was acquired by the Barnstormers from Fargo Moorhead of the American Association, son of former big leaguer Terry Shumpert. Jake Hoover's addition has cut into his playing time here recently. Another 2-2, and it's down and away. A good at bat here, making Duke go the distance with him. Rebs tomorrow leave for Gastonia at 7 a.m. A week-long trip. And these three, the only 3 home games in an 18-game stretch, or 2 now. Here's a swing and a pop foul out of play, right side. Rain out last night will be made up as part of a doubleheader here at home on September 15th, which is a Wednesday evening. I have a feeling that might have had to do with the fact that it was 100 degrees today. Both teams would prefer September. Another payoff. And a ground ball redirected by Duke right to Kenley. Clean second hop. He'll throw him out at first. Moz Sticks will wait, but Duke wins the battle 1-4-3 on the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and a runner left. The leadoff error had Robinson at second with no outs, and he does not advance any further than that. We go to the bottom of the second inning, still 1-0 York.
Are you a father looking for a comfortable space to relate to other fathers? Looking to improve your relationship with your kids and family? Come join us for our Mindful Fathering sessions for an opportunity to connect with other fathers, a chance to gain some more tools to be the dad you want to be to your kids, and get real-time advice on everyday scenarios or challenges you encounter being a concerned father. Register for our Mindful Fathering sessions today at ywcayork.org.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Tee off this season on the best layout in Pennsylvania. Experience Royal